Soft rain on my window tonight. A tired moon fading out of sight. Your shadow lingers on my wall, like you never left it all. I found your picture in a drawer. Perfume still whispers like before. Every word we never said keeps echoing inside my head. We were dancing on borrowed time, crossing every fragile line. These are midnight letters never sent, full of love and accident. Every tear between the lines, every almost every why. I still write your name in the dark on the pieces of my heart, but the truth is hard to face. Some words never find their place. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, like it's waiting by itself. I trace the silence in this room, where forever ended too soon. We were fire against the wind, holding on to what had been. These are midnight letters never sent, full of love and accident. Every tear between the lines, every almost every why. I still write your name in the dark on the pieces of my heart, but the truth is hard to face. Some words never find their place. If I had one more night with you, I'd say the things I never knew. That love was more than just goodbye, more than watching angels cry. So I fold these pages tight, let them fade with morning light. These are midnight letters never sent, all the love and what it meant. Every dream we left behind, frozen somewhere in my mind. I still hear you in the rain, calling softly through the pain, but the truth is what remains. Some words fall like silent rain. Soft rain on my window tonight. Your memory holding me tight. Midnight letters sealed in blue, still unwritten, still for you. settles on the avenue. Neon shadows painted blue, empty roads and distant trains, and the night calls out your name. City breathing slow and low, flickers in the afterglow. Every corner that we knew still feels a little bit like you. We were echoes in the dark, two lost sparks without a mark. When the streetlights whisper your name, I turn around but it's not the same. Just the wind playing old refrains through the cracks of memory lanes. Every step I take alone feels like walking through unknown, but the night remains the same. When the streetlights whisper your name. Coffee shops are closed and cold, stories left untold. Your laughter in the fading air, like you're standing everywhere. We were chasing city skies, reading truth between the lines. When the streetlights whisper your name, it burns softly like a flame through the silence and the rain, through the comfort and the pain. I keep searching in the glow for a love I used to know, but it flickers just the same. When the streetlights whisper your name. If these roads could speak tonight, would they tell me I was right, or that love just slips away at the breaking of the day? Footsteps fading down the lane, only shadows now remain. When the streetlights whisper your name, I'm still standing in the flame of a love that couldn't stay, but never fully went away. Every heartbeat sounds the same, calling out through guilt and blame. Still I walk this endless frame. When the streetlights whisper your name. Morning slowly steals the night, neon fades from sight, but in the dark it's still the same. The streetlights whisper your name. Old box underneath my bed, dust and words we never said, shaking hands I open up, memories I can't interrupt. There we are in summer, laughing like we own the night, frozen smiles and fragile frames, before we learned about goodbye and blame. Every color slowly turns These are fading Polaroids of us, turning gold and turning rough. Every memory out of focus now. Still I don't know when or how we went from holding on so tight to strangers in the night. All that's left between the dust are fading Polaroids of us. If I could step inside that frame before we ever changed, I'd hold you like the last goodbye before the colors learn to cry. Flash a light and then it's gone, but somehow I'm still holding on. These are fading Polaroids of us, every tear and every touch. Though the ink begins to blur, your shadow still occurs in every picture that I choose. There's a version I still lose. All that's left between the dust are fading Polaroids of us. I close the box and kill the light. A memory survive the night. In every frame I can't adjust. Fading Polaroids of us. Sunlight fading on your skin, like I knew where we had been. Summer trembling in the dark, before the breaking of our hearts. We were dancing in the glow, didn't think we'd ever know how a perfect sky could start, hiding cracks inside the heart. We were fearless, we were young, singing songs unsung. In the golden hours before we fell apart, you were holding on my heart. Every laugh and every spark, lighting up the coming dark. We were timeless, we were free, everything we'd never be. Now I trace it in my mind, golden hours left behind. Your shadow stretching next to mine, like love would outrun time. We were written in the sand, dreaming we would always stand. But the sunset always knows how the story goes. In the golden hours before we fell apart, we were fire in the dark. Every promise felt so true, like the sky was painted blue. Now the colors slowly fade into choices that we made. Still I see you when I start, golden hours before we fell apart. If I could live one day again before the distance settled in, I'd memorize your every breath before love turned into regret. The sun went down without a sound, and silence was all we found. In the golden hours before we fell apart, we were closer than the stars. Every touch was like a flame, never thinking love could change. Though the daylight couldn't stay and the warmth just slipped away, there's a place inside my heart where it's always golden. Evening falls, the sky turns blue, but the light still shines on you. Somewhere safe beyond the dark golden hours before we fell apart. Raindrops fading from the air, silver light everywhere. Clouds are drifting slow again, under a velvet sky after the rain. Streetlights shimmer on the ground, broken halos all around. Footsteps in the cooling night, searching for a distant light. We were standing in between what we lost and what could be, under a velvet sky after the rain. I still feel you in the quiet pain, like a whisper through the blue. Every drop still falls for you. In the silence we remain, soft as shadows on the lane. Hearts don't heal the same again, under a velvet sky after the rain. Windows glow in amber hues, every color feels like you. Thunder sleeps beyond the hills, but in my chest it lingers still. We were holding fragile dreams, torn apart at fragile seams, under a velvet sky after the rain. I still call out your name in the vein, like a melody so slow, playing where the wild winds blow. In the dark we tried to mend the love that couldn't bend, and nothing stays, it always waits, under a velvet sky after the rain. If tomorrow clears the gray, would you find your way back someday? Or are we just a fading spark, disappearing in the dark? Raindrops fade, but I remain, listening to the echo of your name, under a velvet sky after the rain. Every memory feels the same, like a story left untold, growing colder as we grow old. Still I stand here once again, where our worlds began to edge, and nothing shines without the pain, under a velvet sky after the rain. We're drifting slow again. Night forgives but won't explain all the love we couldn't save. Under a velvet sky after the There's a silence in the room tonight, soft as shadows, dim as light. Every breath feels incomplete to the echoes of a quiet heartbeat. Your sweater hanging by the door, like you're walking like before. Dust is dancing in the air, but you're no longer there. We were closer than the rain, falling through an open pane. These are echoes of a quiet heartbeat, slow and breaking underneath. Every second without you feels too heavy to get through, like a rhythm out of time, missing half of every line. Still it plays on repeat, echoes of a quiet heartbeat. I still sleep on your side of the bed, with all the words we never said. The clock keeps ticking loud and deep, while I'm pretending I can sleep. We were fire in the cold, now just stories left untold. These are echoes of a quiet heartbeat, soft and shattered in defeat. Every memory replays in 1,000 different ways, like a song without a key, lost in silent melody. Still it pulls me to my feet, echoes of a quiet heartbeat. If I could turn the night around, I'd stop the silence from this sound, and let your pulse meet mine again, instead of living in the end. In the hush before the dawn, I feel you though you're gone. These are echoes of a quiet heartbeat, still surviving in retreat. Every tear I try to hide falls in rhythm deep inside. Though the world moves at its speed, there's a space that still will bleed, and it won't accept defeat. Echoes of a quiet heartbeat. inside my mind. And every breath I softly keep echoes of a quiet heartbeat. Sky was quiet, almost still. Clouds were resting on the hill. No warning in your eyes, just a storm in disguise. You said my name so tenderly, like it was the last time for me. Fingers slipping from my hand, like waves retreating from the sand. We were standing face to face in love's most fragile place. It was soft thunder in your goodbye, no lightning, just a silent sky. But it shook me to my core, like nothing ever did before. No screaming, no shattered glass, just a moment that couldn't last. And the calm that followed through was louder than I ever knew. Your suitcase waiting by the door, like it had known before that forever isn't loud. Sometimes it hides beneath the cloud. We were holding broken air, pretending hope was still there. It was soft thunder in your goodbye, a gentle storm behind your eyes. No heavy rain to wash away the words you couldn't say, just a whisper cutting deep, promises we couldn't keep, and the silence ringing through like the truth we always knew. If love had only screamed and cried, maybe I'd have fought the tide. But you let go so peacefully and left the war inside of me. Now every time the sky turns gray, I hear the way you walked away. It was soft thunder in your goodbye, quiet and beneath the sky. No broken walls, no falling rain, just a slow and steady pain. Now every storm that passes by carries echoes of that night, and I'm still standing where you stood in the calm after you. The sky is clear, but I still feel a distant rumble, cold and real. Not every storm is wild and loud, some just hide behind a cloud. Curtains moving in the night, Silver shadows, pale moonlight, empty room, nowhere to go. Moonlight drifting through my window. Your side of the bed is cold. Stories that we never told. City sleeping far below, but my heart won't let you go. Every star outside my view shines like something I once knew. Moonlight drifting through my window, carrying whispers soft and low, like your voice from long ago, saying things I used to know. Every beam across the floor feels like you beside me more. But when morning starts to show, you're just moonlight letting go. Your photograph against the wall catches light and starts to fall. Shadows dancing in the blue, turning every thought to you. We were closer than the night. Now we fade with morning light. Moonlight drifting through my window, touching places you don't know. Every memory in the glow moves so slow, so slow. I can almost feel your hand reaching out but never land. In this quiet undertow, you're just moonlight letting go. If I could freeze this fragile light, keep you here until daylight, I would hold the dark in place just to see your face. Silver falling on my skin, like the night you once were in. Moonlight drifting through my window, still refuses to let go. Every dream I can't outgrow finds me in its undertow. Though the sky begins to fade and the stars slowly cascade, I'm still here beneath the glow of moonlight drifting through my window. Curtains moving soft and slow, nighttime breeze and lets you go. But in the quiet afterglow, moonlight stays to let me know. guitar strings still out of tune, dust floating in this empty room. Your voice lingers in the air, like you're almost standing there. We were writing something real. Every chord was how we'd feel. Half a verse and half a dream. Nothing's ever what it seems. We said we'd finish it someday, but some days slowly slipped away. This is the last song we never finished, hanging on a fragile sentence, melody without an end. Lovers more than just good friends. Every lyric left unsaid still keeps spinning in my head. Now it's all I'm living with, the last song we never finished. Your notebook lying on the floor, open like it wants some more. Ink that bled into the page, like love trapped inside a cage. We were harmony and flame. Now I only hear your name. This is the last song we never finished. Broken chords and faded wishes. Every promise in between. Everything we might have been. If I play it soft and slow, I can almost feel you close. But it ends before it leaves, the last song we never finished. If I could find the missing line, the one that made your heart meet mine, maybe we'd still be in key instead of lost in memory. One more strum and then it fades, like the love we couldn't save. This is the last song we never finished. Echo dreams and distant limits. Every tear inside the rhyme, frozen somewhere out of time. Though the silence fills the room, I still play our broken tune, but it trembles as it ends, the last song we never finished. Guitar strings softly drift, carrying a final shift. Some songs don't get their wish, the last song we never finished. Waves are breathing in dark. Moonlight paints a silver spark. Empty harbor, quiet sea. Just your ghost and me. Your laughter rides the midnight breeze, soft as whispers through the trees. Every tide that pulls away carries words we couldn't say. We were drifting far from shore, wanting something more. I'm sailing through silent memories, across a sea of what used to be. Every star above the blue feels like it's leading me to you. But the wind won't change its course, and love has lost its force. Still I sail endlessly through silent memories. Your footprints fade along the sand, slipping slowly from my hand, like a boat without a guide, turning with the tide. We were anchored in a dream. Nothing's ever what it seems. I'm sailing through silent memories, chasing shadows on the sea. Every wave that hits my heart pulls the broken parts apart. Though the lighthouse still may shine, it doesn't make you mine. Still I sail endlessly through silent memories. If I could turn this boat around before our love began to drown, I'd fight the storm, I'd brave the night, just to keep you in my sight. But oceans don't return what's gone, they just carry on.